Therefore, watch this video till the end. Good biosecurity must encompass all the operations carried out by a caretaker of breeding stock. Procedures to prevent the introduction and spread of diseases or contamination must be put in place for feed production, farm operations, hatchery, general maintenance, and personnel. A breakdown in any single area will endanger the whole biosecurity program. The following points or measures or tips are necessary for the biosecurity measures that must be put in place or that must be implemented at the farm breeding level. All personnel must understand the importance of the following biosecurity program. Choose an isolated site when developing new parent farm facilities. Farms should contain flocks of single age. As a general rule, the distance between flocks of different ages should be no less than 60 meters or 2,000 feet. When a single age placement is not possible and caretakers must enter flocks of different ages, always walk in the youngest birds first. Each farm must have a perimeter fence to prevent unauthorized entry of people, vehicles, and animals. Only essential personnel should enter the farm. All houses must have concrete floors. Feed delivery vehicles should not enter the farm, but should feed bins from outside the perimeter fence. Any vehicle that must enter the farm must be washed and disinfected at the gate, and inside of the cabin needs to be forged with a disinfectant. All farm workers and any other personnel who need to enter the farm must shower and change into a clean uniform and farm boots. Since shower facilities can be a biosecurity risk, it is important that they are kept clean and disinfected and are designed with a separation between clean and dirty zones. Boots, uniforms, and work clothing should be color-coded to help prevent personnel movement within the farm or age groups. No other poultry, livestock, or domestic pet of any kind should be allowed on parents' farms. All buildings must be vermin and wide web proofed. A vermin control program should be practiced at all times. It is important to maintain a clean, rubbish-free environment. Rotate brands of beds regularly to prevent vermin developing resistance. Any spit feed should be cleaned up immediately. It is also recommended that dead birds should be disposed immediately from the farm. Keep a very good record of all the visitors. All removable equipment and fittings should be taken out of the building and soaked in clean water in the tank or pit. After a thorough soaking, they should be cleaned with a pressure washer. Once all dirt has been removed, they should be soaked in a disinfectant solution at the correct dilution and recommended by the manufacturers. Use an officially approved disinfectant. After equipment removal, brush or blow off dust. Remove the litter from the site in covered transport. Pressure wash the surfaces of the houses with detergent, paying particular attention to air inlets, fan shaft, and concrete floors. Use the pressure washer on the outside of the fan shaft and air inlets. It is advisable to wash off the dust that accumulates on the roof and in the gutters. At the end of each flock, bag of any surplus feed in the bulk bins and remove the site. The bins should then be thoroughly cleaned out and fumigated by the most appropriate method according to the age and design of the bins. Ensure that the feed bins are completely dry before refilling. When the interior is clean, add disinfectant to the water and pressure. Wash the entire house. Again, it's advisable to disinfect the area of the roof surrounding the fan shaft and the gutters. Drain the entire water system of the house and flush pipes out several times to remove any debris that might block valves. Finally, flush the whole system out with a sanitizing solution. Make sure that any phase or trace of disinfectant is removed, as it can impair the future use of live vaccines. When the floor is dirty, spray the floor and the sideways with approved disinfectant. It is advisable to spray an area of 6 meters or 20 feet around the house with disinfectant solution. When the house interior is dirty, put the litter and set up the equipment. Then close the worm of the house and fumigate with formaldehyde gas. Fumigation should be conducted regularly. This procedure should be carried out at least 48 hours before restocking. After 24 hours, neutralize the gas and then open the house inlet and fully ventilate the whole area. Include the egg room, feed stores, and changing rooms in the cleaning and disinfectant procedures. In some cases, it may be necessary to treat the house with an insecticide. Follow the manufacturer's instruction and introduce the application into the disinfection schedule as recommended. The hygiene of your parent stock breeding farm is very important and need proper assurance policy. No disinfectant is sufficient in itself. All waste matters must be removed before applying the disinfectant. It is impossible to sterilize a house, but it is possible to reduce the number of pathogens to an insignificant level. Maintain a rigorous vitamin control policy. Keep the doors shut all the time to prevent reintroduction of vermin and other contaminants. The following are the step-by-step in disinfection. That is the steps you should take when you are disinfecting your breeder's farm. Empty houses of all the poultry. Clean out all organic matter and remove too far off-site. Remove all portable equipment for cleaning and disinfecting outside building. Wash down all the inside surface with heavy-duty detergent under pressure if possible. Apply disinfectant with guaranteed activity against viruses and bacteria that can infect poultry. Use an insecticide and reduce where these factors of disease are present. Fumigate with formaldehyde active material. Replace equipment, put down litter, and preferably